Good morning dear students and welcome back in our video lecture with the same topic matter. In my previous video lecture we have studied about definition of matter and then what are the properties, physical and chemical properties of matter. That all points we have discussed. Also we have discussed about the smallest part of matter which we call atom. So tell me students, what is mean by atom? Atom is the smallest indivisible part of matter. Each and every substance is made up of atom and we cannot see this atom with naked eyes. We require electronic microscope to see this atom. And what are the components of atom? That also we have discussed in my previous video lecture. Yes, protons, electrons and neutrons. These are the components of, these are the subparticles of atom. These are called subatomic particles. Out of these, electrons are revolve around the nucleus of an atom, and then in the nucleus protons and neutrons are present. So we have discussed about the structure of atom. This is nucleus, and in nucleus proton and neutrons are present and electrons are just revolve around this nucleus in circular orbit. All these points we have discussed. Now we are going to study about the types of matter. So these matters are normally classified into elements, compounds and mixture, and step by step we are going to study each type. So today we are going to discuss about elements. So what is mean by elements? Element is a substance made up of identical atoms. Means these are the substances in which only one type of atom is present. Examples: iron, gold, silver. When we are talking about iron material, any substance, then all the atoms are made up of only iron, Fe. When we are talking about gold, then all the atoms are of gold only. That is called an element. So these elements and students, one more thing I want to tell you. Total 118 elements are present in our surrounding, and out of these 118 elements, 94 elements are naturally occurring and 24 elements are just human made. Means we just prepare that, we just made that elements in our lab. So how many elements are present? Total 118 elements are there. Out of these 118, 94 elements are naturally occurring, means we get that elements from nature in pure form, and these 24 elements are just we made, that these all are man-made, means human being just made these elements in laboratory. So elements are the nothing but substances made up of identical alike atoms. Then these elements are again classified into four types: metals, non-metals, metalloid and inert gases. So metals. Tell me students examples of metals. I think in previous standard you also studied about this metal. Yes, gold, silver, iron, cobalt, nickel. These are the examples of metals. So what do you think? What are the properties of metals? All metals have shine. Means they are shiny. Like gold, silver, these metals are shiny. Then these metals may be solid or liquid. Means one exceptional case is there. Almost all metals are in solid state, but only one exception is there, mercury. Mercury is in the liquid form. Also yes, mercury is in the liquid form. Then what about what are the different properties of metals? They have shiny. They are ductile. Means they have property ductility. Also malleability. Then what is mean by ductility? Metals can be drawn into thin wires. We can make thin wires by using these metals. That's why the all wires which we use in our electric sockets that are made up of copper. Why copper? Because copper is good conductor of electricity and also heat. That's why these, and they can be drawn into wires. So to students, gold and platinum, these are the highly ductile metals. Means we can make 2 to 3 kilometer long wire by using this 1 gram of gold and platinum. That's why gold and platinum are highest ductile metals. So what is the property ductility? Ductility means that metals can be drawn into thin wires. Then malleability. What is mean by malleability? when we just apply pressure on that metal, they can be they can be converted into thin sheets. We are using that sheets of aluminium, iron for building our shades of buildings. That property is called malleability. Then all metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. That's why all the all the pots, all the pans which we use for cooking food, that are made up of metals, and all the wires are also made up of metals, because metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. So what are the properties of metals? Metals have shine, means they are shiny, they are ductile, they have malleability. Also metals are good conductors of electricity and also good conductor of heat. All the metals are almost solid in state. Exception is mercury. Mercury is the metal, but it is found in liquid state at room temperature. Then what about non-metals? Non-metals can be solid, liquid or gases. Then non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Non-metals are not ductile, and also they do not show property of malleability. Then non-metals are brittle while metals are hard. But one more exception is there also. Diamond, which is form of carbon, is the hardest substance. Though it is the form of carbon, means it is non-metal, but it is hardest substance. Otherwise non-metals are brittle. We can easily break that non-metals. What about that non-metals, and what about metals? Metals are hard normally. So what are then metalloids? What is mean by metalloid? When we are talking about these 118 elements, out of these 118 elements, some elements show properties of both metals and non-metals. That's why they are called metalloids. What is mean by metalloids? Some elements shows property of both metals and non-metals. They are called metalloid. Okay. Then what is mean by inert gases? Inert gases means the elements which are chemically not reactive. Means that elements do not take part in any chemical reaction, that are called inert gases. Then all these elements, means all these 118 elements are there, and it is very difficult to just remember all the names. So to make that study of elements easy, the scientist Berzelius, this is the scientist Berzelius is the scientist who just used first time the symbols for elements. And what is meant by symbol? Symbol is nothing but abbreviation, short form of that name. Means when we are talking about hydrogen, then the symbol for hydrogen is H. Symbol for helium is He. Means normally these symbols are made up of first and second letter of their English name. Means when we are talking about hydrogen, you can see here hydrogen H, helium He. Why helium He? Because both hydrogen and helium start from H. That's why for hydrogen H and for helium, first two letters. Helium is He. Then lithium Li, beryllium Be, boron B, carbon C, nitrogen N, like that. But in some cases what happens? Like carbon starts from C. Also calcium, it starts from C. Then copper also starts from C. Cobalt also starts from C. Then in these cases, these are the exceptional cases. Means when we are talking about copper, we cannot use symbol C. Why? Because C is the symbol of carbon. We cannot use symbol CO. Why? Because CO is symbol of cobalt. Then what to do? Then we just use symbol Cu, because Cu comes from cuprum, which is Latin name of copper. So in some cases like copper, tungsten, gold, silver, iron, we just use different letters as their symbols, and these symbols are derived from their Latin or German name. You can see here copper, Cu. Cuprum is the Latin name of copper. Then tungsten. Tungsten, the symbol of tungsten is W, which is derived from German name Wolfram. Then gold, aurum, it is Latin name. Silver, Ag, argentum is Latin name. Iron, Fe, ferrum is Latin name. So these are the exceptional cases. Then students, you have to recite at least 20 elements from out of this 118, and that elements should be in particular sequence, because all these 118 elements are just arranged in periodic table according to their atomic numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 6, as like this. They are just arranged in the periodic table according to their atomic numbers. What is mean by atomic number? Atomic number is nothing but the number of protons or number of electrons present in an atom. So when we are talking about carbon, atomic number of carbon is 6, means number of electrons present in carbons are 6. So, these what I said, you have to recite at least 20 elements from these 118 elements with their proper names and symbols. So, I just want to tell you trick to remember these all names. So, these are in sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are first 20 elements in sequence. First element is hydrogen and 20th element is calcium. So, hydrogen H, helium He, lithium Li, beryllium Be, boron B, carbon C, nitrogen N, oxygen O, fluorine F, neon Ne. And also remember student, first letter should be capital, must be capital. Then sodium Na, magnesium Mg, aluminium Al, silicon Si, phosphorus P, sulfur S, chlorine Cl, argon Ar. Here you can see here chlorine not CH, it's Cl. Means in some cases we just use dominant letter, prominent letter Cl. Potassium K and calcium Ca. These are the first 20 elements out of these 118 elements. These are in proper sequence. So how to remember these? Just student, I just want to tell you trick to remember all this. Here, hi Harry. Hi Harry. Listen. BBC News on Friday night. This is the sentence to remember all these first 10 elements in sequence. Means, hi Harry, listen BBC News on Friday night. So, hi H, Harry, He. Listen, Li, B, 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 C, News, N, on, O, F, Friday, then night, N. So, just remember this sentence. Hi Harry, listen BBC News on Friday night. Means what? First 10 elements in sequence. H, He, Li, B, B, C, N, O, F, N, E. This is the sentence to just remember all these names. Then I want to tell you story of one boy whose name is Ali. So that boy Ali just like to eat. He just love samosa, then Pepsi, then soda, then he just like to drink cold drinks also. But her mother tell him to eat cabbage, carrot, because all these vegetables are very, means you just get vitamins from this, that vegetables. So in Marathi, this is the sentence to remember elements from 11 to 20. See. So what his mother said to him? नको मागू अली samosa, Pepsi, soda, cola, arekha, cabbage, carrot, because these vegetables are very essential for your growth. So नको means Na, N, Na, magu, Mg, magnesium, Ali, Al, samosa, Si, Pepsi, P, soda, S, cola Cl, array Ar, kha K, cabbage Ca. This is the trick to remember all these 11 to 20 elements in sequence. So what is the first sentence to remember? First 10 elements. Hi Harry, listen BBC News on Friday night. And what is second sentence? Naku magu ali samosa Pepsi soda cola rekha cabbage kiva carrot. So this is the trick. Students remember these things, so that these two sentences, so that you can just recite, you just remember all the 20 elements in sequence. So next point is alloy. So what happened? You can see gold. Means our jewelry is made up of gold, but students, when if you just made your jewelry, if you just make your jewelry by pure gold, 24 karat gold is pure form of gold. If we just make our jewelry by using the 24 karat of gold, then what will happen? That jewelry easily breaks, because 24 karat gold, 100% pure gold, is very very soft. Then our jewelry is made up of 22 karat gold. That's why it is hard. It cannot break easily. So one more thing, steel, that utensils which we use in our kitchen. This steel is also made up of 2 to 3 elements combined together in definite proportion. So what about gold? That when we are using jewelry by using 22 karat gold, then what? That in that gold, silver or copper, just little silver and copper in particular amount, it get mixed into that gold to make it 24 karat. Why? Because 22 karat, because 24 karat gold is very soft. And then also brass, steel, these are alloys. Then what is meant by alloy? The mixture of two or more elements in definite proportion is called an alloy. Example, 22 karat gold, not 24 karat gold. Steel and brass, these are the examples of alloy. So today we have discussed about elements. What are the types of elements, different properties of metals, non-metals, metalloids and inert gases. Then symbols, which are the exceptions for symbol, and first 20 elements in proper sequence, and alloy. I hope you got all points related to elements. Tomorrow we will discuss mixture and compound. So if you have any doubt, student, you can ask me. Thank you.